Hi, this is Ann Dilker, and this is the Jewelry Making Professor. And today I want to introduce you to a new textile technique. And it's quite simple to learn, but it can take a lifetime to master. And it's called cord making. A lot of people will say, gee, how do you do those twisted cords and they don't come undone? So I'm going to show you how you do that. This particular piece just happens to be two different colors of nothing but s-lon that I just put the Josephine knot in the center and brought together. But notice that this cording is not coming apart. It's pretty tight. It doesn't come apart, and it stays there and makes a really, really nice little bracelet. Now, one of the things that's so nice about this technique is it's simple, and if you've got a focal piece that's an odd color, and it's difficult for you to make a neck cord with it, I could have easily put this piece on a really simple black neck cord, but it certainly would not have been as spectacular as it is on the twisted cord that I made for it. And again, this one is just s-lon. Now, you can do the cords and bring beads into it. This one happens to be a combination of waxed cotton, a metallic cord, and s-lon, and it has Preciosa glass pearls on it. So I'll show you, that'll be a second session showing you how to do it, but notice again that this is not falling apart. There's no coming apart of this twist that's in here. And then just one last one that I'll show you real quick. This one just has some little seed pearls in it, and it's been done with the silks that I actually had hand dyed. And the benefit of doing these is that you can take a focal piece that you've made and match the cord to the focal piece. This happens to be a pre-done focal piece, but it's the same thing. It can take these focal pieces, if you're a lamp worker or you work in precious metal clay, and give you an edge because you don't have to default to those pre-made neck cords that are out there. So the materials that you'll need in order to get started with this are pretty simple. Any kind of thread or cording. Now I'm using the s-lon in this, which is the Tex 210, but a lot of times if I want a thicker cord, I'll use something bigger. It's up to you. Play around with them. This is cheap, so I start with it. You'll need a thumbtack or some kind of a pin because we need to anchor the cording. You need a pair of scissors to cut it with, and this little guy. This is the coolest little thing. This is called the Spinster, and it's what helps me do the twist on this thing. Now what I've done is I've pulled about a yard of two different colors of s-lon. This one I've tied into a loop with an overhand knot. What I'm going to do with this one is just put one end through, and I'm going to tie the two ends together in an overhand knot. This is called an end-to-end join. You'll learn as you go on with this that there are a couple of different ways to do these joins, but this is a real simple one to get you started. So now what I have is a piece of purple and a piece of teal s-lon that are coming together in the center with this. And what I have to do now is give it a twist, and I'll tell you how that'll work. All right, so the first thing you need to do is take the two cords that you've joined together and anchor them somehow. In this particular case, I've just used a thumbtack, and I've put it right into the wall board. There are, half a dozen different ways you can do this, tape it to a table, whatever. Anyway, you just need to fix this one end. And what I'll do now is I'll take the other end and take the hook of the Spinster and put it right in there. Now what I'm going to do is start twisting this, and usually I will count the number of turns that I put on this. For something small like s-lon and something this long, I might do 100 total twists. If I'm working something that has beads on it with a heavier kind of cord, I might only do, 75 or 80. It's kind of where you want it to be. Tensioning is what we're going to be talking about here. So what I've done is I've made a twisted cord out of these two different colors, and the twist in both colors is going the exact same direction. I happen to be twisting this away from me. You can twist it towards you, it doesn't matter. It will as you get better, but you know, for when you're first starting. So what I want to do is make sure I've got a nice twist going up and down between these. Now, what will happen when I fold these, if I let this go right now, it'll just untwist. But if I can fold this in half and have this twist going in one direction, and automatically means that this other twist will be going in the other direction, I'm going to get a tension that's even on both ends of this twist that will hold this cord straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hook out. I'm going to step in front of the camera and come over here. And right there's where my purple and my teal are together. I'm just going to hang the hook on the end of that. And I'm going to bring it up, keeping tension on it. As soon as I let the tension off, this is going to twist. So there we go. See how that's twisting? And I can just pull this out of the wall. I'm going to set that aside. And I can take that hook off. And notice how this cord doesn't come apart and it hangs straight. And the reason that works is because you've got equal and opposite tension on this cord. Now what I'll do to finish this is I'll just tie a knot in this end. And hold that until I'm ready to go. Now I can actually twist this with other cord if I want to, but that's the whole concept of it. It's just basically taking whatever cord you want in the colors that match whatever the project is that you're working on, making that twist, and if you fold it in half, you'll get an equal and opposite twist. We call them an S twist and a Z twist. When you have equal and opposite, you're going to get a nice straight, flat, piece of cord, whether it has beads on it or not. And that's really all there is to know about how to make basic cords. Thanks.